How's it going, guys? Jackson here. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Very exciting news here. We got 2 new Lord of the Rings films announced. Came out on Thursday, the news that there was going to be 2 new Lord of the Rings films, but I am a first-time dad with a newborn, and being able to react or drop content is not as easy when you've got a 2-week-old baby. But here we are, guys. If you want to hear my 2 cents, then stick around, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to start by reading the article, and then I will give my reaction afterwards. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, 2 new films. One of them is a motion picture and the other one is an animated film. I mean, it's not really that surprising that they're doing more with the IP, but let's read the article first. I've just gone with Sky News. It's on pretty much every single news outlet you can think of, and it came from the director, I believe, of Warner Brothers, this news. So here we go. New Lord of the Rings film, The Hunt for Gollum, to be first of 2 new movies set in Middle-earth. Andy Serkis, known for his portrayal of Gollum in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, will direct and star in the first of the 2 new films Warner Brothers has announced. So straight off the bat, very good news to have Andy back playing Gollum. The team behind the Lord of the Rings trilogy will work on 2 new films Warner Brothers has announced. Peter Jackson, the mastermind behind the epic Oscar-winning films, released in 2001, 2002 and 2006, will produce the films alongside Fran Walsh and Philippa Bowens. Andy Serkis, known for playing Gollum in the original trilogy based on J.R.R. Tolkien's fantasy novels set in the world of Middle-earth, will again star as the character and direct the first of the new movies, Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. In a statement sure to excite fans, Serkis used Gollum's catchphrase saying, "Yes, precious." He added, "The time has come once more to venture into the unknown with my dear friends, the extraordinary and incomparable guardians of Middle-earth, Peter, Fran and Philippa." The producing team will be involved every step of the way in the new venture, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav said. Warner Bros. Had first announced in 2023 that it was planning a number of new films set in the Lord of the Rings world. Jackson's original trilogy was followed by another based on Tolkien's prequel book, The Hobbit. The first new film focusing on Gollum is scheduled for release in 2026. Mr. Zaslav said it will explore storylines yet to be told. Jackson, Walsh and Bowens said, "It's an honour and privilege to travel back to Middle-earth with our good friend and collaborator Andy Serkis, who has unfinished business with that stinker Gollum. As lifelong fans of Professor Tolkien's vast mythology, we are proud to be working with Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdi and the entire team at Warner Bros. On another epic adventure." Jackson's Lord of the Rings films were shot simultaneously in Jackson's native New Zealand, won 17 Oscars. A separate animated Middle-earth movie set 200 years before the plot of The Hobbit and entitled The Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim will be out in December this year. So that's the article in a nutshell. There are a few other bits and bobs that have come off of this, but let's just start with my reaction here because that's what the video is really for. I mean, this isn't a huge surprise to me. Lord of the Rings IP, I mean, there's a wealth of storylines and milking that they can do of this franchise, let's be honest. What is surprising to me is the focus, I guess, on Gollum again. I don't really see why this is needed. It's just gonna tread on old ground, isn't it? I'd imagine. I mean, we already know that Gollum has to live in this film because of the events of the trilogy. Spoilers, I guess. But of all of the characters and stories they could tell, it's interesting that they're going back to Gollum. I guess Andy Serkis is fantastic, both as an actor and director, producer, etc. these days, and having him back playing Gollum is great news. Having Peter Jackson back in some capacity, etc. is also fantastic. So it looks like they're taking this seriously. They're not messing around here. They're getting the big boys back to do this, and it looks like, they're not phoning it in as such. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do story-wise, because they said that it was going to be a brand new story, but like I say, what are they really going to do? Are we going to start again with him being a hobbit and how he transitions into the monster that is Gollum, or are we going to go with some other random stories set after he's been severely corrupted by the ring? Who knows, eh? But the interesting take here, or the interesting thing from this announcement, is the title of the film, The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum, because it actually is the same title of a fan film that came out years and years ago, and I was having a read of this on IGN, and Warner Brothers initially put a takedown order on this fan film that's been literally on the internet on YouTube for 15 years. It's not monetized. I had a quick look. I think it's like 37 minutes long. Check it out if you haven't. Give some love to that creator. But yeah, it was a very interesting couple of days for the creator of that fan film with the exact same title, The Hunt for Gollum, as Warner Brothers copy striked them, took them down from YouTube, but have already backtracked on this. Just a quick bit from the article here. So, Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum fan film has appeared back online after Warner Brothers issued a copyright strike against the 15-year-old video a day after announcing the film of the same name. Available to watch on YouTube again, The Hunt for Gollum was initially removed because it contained content from Warner Bros. Entertainment, who had blocked it on copyright grounds. But the fan film remained offline for less than 24 hours. Warner Bros. Has yet to issue a statement on the matter, and the video itself contains no reference to the brief takedown. It appears the fan movement today have helped get the movie reinstated on YouTube. Adrian Webster, who played Aragorn in the Hunt for Gollum fan film, told IGN in an email, "It's nice to know there's some love out there for what we make. We're happy to see that the film has been reinstated today already." And Chris Bocard, who directed The Hunt for Gollum, added, "Perhaps it was an automated copyright block due to the same title. It's not quite clear. Anyway, we're happy it's back online again just now." So yeah, it is quite interesting that Warner Brothers are using the same title as this fan film from 15 years ago. Coincidence? I doubt it. They will probably play it down, Warner Brothers, and say it was only a coincidence or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they've even stolen some of the work of the creator of the fan film, because we all know what big studios can be like when it comes to ideas and content. It didn't go down well. Looking at these greedy fuckers can't help but hoard every penny like Small. The video already had 13 million views and was peacefully existing for all these years. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to harken on too much about this. I'm sure there's many videos about that. But yeah, just wanted to touch on this, and like I say, not surprised that this exists, but I am surprised that this is the story they're going with, when they could have easily gone with like an Aragorn origin story, Legolas and the elves, the dwarfs with Gimli. They could have continued the Rings of Power and a movie or something along those lines as a continuation of that series, but I guess they have got a season 2 announced for that. Just a bit bizarre, I guess, but at least they got Andy Serkis back, and at least Peter Jackson's back as well. So I'm mildly optimistic for this one. I think it will be okay in the end. And just very quickly on the animated film that's also been announced, I don't think there's much on it, but essentially it's an animated movie, The War of the Rohirrim. From what I did read earlier, I believe it is going to be exploring Helm's Deep and why Helm's Deep is such a fortress, iconic fortress, set 200 years before. So I think this one could be quite interesting. Animated art style, clean slate, original characters if they want, and just make some sort of epic battle highlighting Helm's Deep and the Rohirrim. So this one could be good as well, and this one's coming out this year, so we don't even have to wait that long on that one. But yeah, that is literally it in a nutshell. Just a quick reaction video on the latest Lord of the Rings news, like everyone else is doing. It is, I guess, exciting times because it is an IP that has been underutilized for a while, like it initially said. 2001, 2002 and 2006 were when the original Lord of the Rings trilogy premiered and came out. I mean, for the record, I was 10 years old when Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring came out in the cinema. And I'm now 33, so it has been a long old while, and we know about The Hobbit, of course, and the films that came with that, which were very mixed, to say the least. But yeah, I'm just rambling on now. Like and subscribe, guys. Check out my other videos, and if you like all things TV and film, then obviously stay tuned. And I will see you on the next video. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.